Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today. I'm, of course, Greg Guy, joined here by Casey. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing alright.
Doing alright? Feeling good?
As good as I can.
All healed up from your surgery and everything?
All healed up, I guess.
Yeah. Back to work?
I don't want to talk about it.
Don't want to talk about it. Okay, fair enough. That's interesting you say that, because we are going to be presenting episode 16 of the Bencast. Now, this particular week, we are going to discuss some of the worst jobs you have ever done in your entire life. Anything, okay, it doesn't have to be like, actual like full-time job or anything. It's just, something that you did that you got paid for.
That you got paid
Yes.
for?
So, would you like me to start off? It doesn't need to be just the worst. It could be any bad job.
I don't know how specific we're getting with these jobs here. So
Well,
you
I got one that's real specific.
Alright, go for it.
Yeah, but I want to say that one for later.
Well, how am I going to be able to gauge what the type of subject we're talking about if you don't give me like an example of?
Okay, all right. It's fair enough.
I can think about a whole lot of things that I didn't like doing. Some of them I didn't get paid for.
Okay,
was it
we can
technically
talk about
a job?
those too.
Right?
All right, that's fair enough.
I can tell you I hate moving. I don't get paid for it. It's something that you got to do. I hate moving. I hate moving so much. I moved so many times in the past 3 years.
All right, yeah, okay. And oddly enough, what did I tell you the last time you moved?
Then I got to pay somebody to do it next time.
Yo.
But see, here's the thing.
I told you next time if you don't hire a moving company, man, I'll delete your number out of my phone.
I made it as least painful as possible for
You did. That was actually a smooth move.
For anybody involved, because at this point, I'm like a scientist on moving.
Do you remember when you moved out of the place before the last time you moved? When you were up on the third floor?
Yeah, that was horrible.
Do you remember I just opened up the window and started throwing shit out?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that at all?
No.
I was throwing all kinds of shit out of the third story of this fucking apartment complex building.
But I can tell...
And people were just looking at me like I was a lunatic.
I can tell people...
And I was.
I can tell people how to make things less painful for themselves, and I can tell people how to make them less painful for the people helping you.
Right.
So,
well, at the same point in time, it
right.
also makes it less painful on you.
Right. The basic key is don't do it all at once. Have like a plan for like a week or two. If you have a significant other or help or family or whoever, you want to pack things up. You want to pack everything up into boxes slowly. Keep the things out that you need for those weeks. All the stuff that you don't need or are not going to need for at least like a couple weeks or a month. Have that stuff all in boxes. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to do maybe 1 or 2 trips a day, moving that stuff from one place to another, and then you're going to do that throughout the weeks. So you're not going to do it all at once. You're going to do it slowly. And you're going to save, basically, you're going to keep all the big stuff. You're going to keep all the big stuff that you can't carry yourself out, obviously. And that's going to be the final day. And that's when you're going to ask your friends and stuff to help. Your friends and your family.
Yeah, that'll be like your bed, your couches,
right. And if
all the big shit.
And if you can, take it apart and to ways to move it or get it closer to the door. If you can do that by yourself, and then you have people come over. Literally, it took 45 minutes.
Yeah, like I said, the last one was very smooth.
45 minutes to move. It was a very close move, so that's why it was only like 45 minutes.
That's true as well.
But it took 45 minutes for us to get all the big stuff out of one house and all the big stuff into the next house. And that's all the pain that I inflicted on my family and friends for helping me move this final time.
It was still too much, though.
I couldn't do any more. That's as best as I could get. That's as best as I could do. And at the same time, you're saving probably $500 or more
okay.
on paying somebody to help you move. But at the very least, I made it as easy as I could on the people that were helping with.
Now, I mean, my question for you is this: If do you have any plans on at any point in time moving again?
It's always a possibility.
It's always a possibility. Okay, if that possibility actually comes to fruition, are you hiring movers?
I've got too much stuff now. I got a lot since every time you move, move to a bigger place,
it seems like you acquire more.
You acquire more and more crap. And right now, I think I have like instead of having one living room like you would have in an apartment, I have 2 different living rooms. I have, instead of just having 1 bedroom worth of stuff, I have 2 bedrooms worth of stuff. Instead of having 1 bathroom full of stuff, I have 2 bathrooms full of stuff. Yeah, I have almost double the amount of stuff that I had the first time I moved to now.
Why do you think that is?
It's just like if you have an empty room, nobody likes to look at an empty room. They have to put stuff in the room.
No, I love empty rooms. I disagree with that. I love empty rooms. I like nothing in the room.
Okay, well, it might not just be a male-female thing, but I also don't mind empty rooms.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Oh, so you're saying your significant others want to populate the room with a bunch of random shit that doesn't fucking matter to anybody?
All right, I can say
it
this.
may be controversial. We'll see if that sticks in.
This is a controversial thing, but like if you see let's look at the top of this right here.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so if I were to take...
Well, let's talk about what we got. We obviously have the 2 American flags, which you brought over, right?
Right. I brought them over.
We have the 2 shit hats. We have the 2 shit hats, which also you brought over for the NFL picks.
Well, that's part of a skit, yeah.
Okay, we have obviously the Banghead logo right up here that Cuz made with his 3D pen.
Right.
And then I have 2 random objects. The only one I know anything about is that was a wedding present that my mom and dad
Do you know
got.
what that is?
Something I used to keep weed in.
Do you know what it does, though?
No.
It's for high and low pressure. The level of the water is directly...
There's no water in it.
Well, if you put water in it, right?
Why would you put water in it?
If you put water into it, it's a high and low pressure thing. Where if the pressure outside and inside the house is low, and it's more likely to rain, the water level is lower. And if the pressure in the house and outside the house is high, the water would be higher.
It's basically the same thing as the weather stick.
There's actually a name for it. I don't remember what the name for it is, but that's what that is.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know. I thought it just looked cool.
And that's like.
And then obviously I got the 79 Trans Am up there.
But basically, my basic saying is, would it bother you if there was nothing up there?
No.
Neither. It would not bother me either. But you know who it would bother?
Whoever's watching out there.
If you had a girlfriend or a wife in the house and you had that empty, I guarantee you the very next day there would be some kind of shit up there.
I mean, that's a fair assessment. I can agree with that.
Right.
So,
I see an empty spot, I see it as being clean. Other people see an empty spot, they see it as being empty and something needs to go up there.
fair enough.
I have no idea what we're talking about anymore. Now I just went off on a rant on empty spaces and cleanliness.
That was good. Well, I mean, most of it was my fault because I was like, I just want every room to be empty. I hate junk. I hate shit. I hate shit just cluttering up your fucking house. Right. That's why I'm, doing the thing where I get the fucking dumpster like every year, like, the week I take off.
What are we going to title this segment at this point? No, we're not even talking about the stuff that we were planning on talking. We were talking about moving.
Moving and stuff.
Moving and stuff.
I'm going to be honest with you, too. I totally 100% forgot what we even started.
I at this point, I think the title is talking about moving.
Moving is terrible.
All right, tell me your worst nightmare about a move that you helped move
Okay. I don't know. I actually have a couple. I think.
I can tell you my worst is that somebody was like, "Hey, come over. We'll just do it for like a couple hours, and that'll be it." So I go over there, and they have to get everything out of the house that day. They waited to the very last minute.
Oh! So their lease rent contract,
Yeah.
whatever.
The very last minute, everything has to be out of the house.
Everything's.
I get there, nothing's been done. They don't even have boxes. They don't even have boxes to put stuff in.
What kind of a fucking asshole are you friends with?
This was when I was in the army, and you just had like squad members and stuff like that. Like you got to help each other out, right? That's what you do. You got your squad members and your platoon and stuff like that. And like, oh, can you give me a little bit of help? It'll only be a couple hours. Sure, why not? You get there. There's no fucking boxes.
They did absolutely.
They did nothing. There's nothing done.
Okay,
It's everybody else's job, and not to mention the wife is just sitting there doing fucking jack shit, ordering people around. Do something, fucking lazy bitch.
Was she fisting herself?
I don't fucking know what she was doing. I was about to fist her in the face.
Woo! Woo! You're a little animated on that one there, Chief. Okay, what happened at that point in time?
I got fucking hammered and I helped move. I don't fucking remember.
You don't remember anything?
I got fucking drunk as fucking shit. That's what I fucking did. I don't even know if I helped. I was probably a hindrance at that point.
You obviously weren't driving the U-Haul at that point.
Nope. I'm sure I moved something. I don't know what the fuck I moved.
All right, the question. Well, I mean, damn it. That actually kind of sucks because I had a couple of questions. The question would be is, number one, I would assume that at that point in time, you and the rest of we'll just call them the squad right now. You and the rest of the squad had to pack everything up for them.
Yep.
I was going to ask you, first of all, what was the strangest thing you found? Do you remember anything?
I honestly, once we got boxes, I did not even look what I was putting in boxes. I was just fucking...
Okay.
Just throwing crap in boxes, throwing crap in garbage bags, closing garbage bags, didn't look at anything. Just throw it in there, didn't fucking... I don't care.
Okay. My second question would be... And now I understand you got hammered. So, If you don't remember, that's fine. Just give me a roundabout estimate. How long did it take from walking into the door to being done?
I know I didn't get home till like 6 hours after the fact, and we still weren't fucking done. And I was done.
Yeah, you're like, fuck this.
I mean, a couple hours turns into fucking 6 hours. Where is this, a 24-hour fucking move? Kiss my ass, I'm going home.
You need, I mean, shit, they should have been feeding you Adderall at that point in time.
Fuck, I don't know.
I had another question, but I forgot. It was a funny one, too. It might come back to me.
So what's yours? Here?
My worst moving story would probably be when I was, living, still with Mom over at the house in Glenville.
Right.
When she moved, or when, they moved from there over to Cecil, Tucky, as I like to refer to it, because nothing good ever comes out of Cecil, Tucky. There was a situation. I mean, first of all, there was a lot of shit in that house. Okay. I know you remember this.
Yeah.
You actually might. I don't know if you were involved in that or not.
I wasn't involved in any moves. I was only there maybe 4 or 5 times, to be honest.
What, at the house in Glenville? You was over there every weekend.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about moving stuff from there.
No, I'm talking about the one back over that way.
Yeah, I do remember there. I remember that.
We had good times over that house.
Yeah. I was there every weekend. I drive my work truck there.
Yeah, you're Marvin.
Yeah.
No,
Straight from work to there.
Nostalgia. Yeah. Anyway, so when basically Mom and them was moving from over there to Cecil, Kentucky, there was a situation where we had a big screen TV that disappeared.
It disappeared.
It disappeared.
Have something disappear.
Well, the story was it fell off and got broken and got left in a ditch.
Right.
Which I think you would actually find amazing because you're always adamant about throwing people in ditches.
Right.
However, yes, the apparently the TV disappeared. Never found the TV in the ditch where they said they left it.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and guess what happened there.
Somebody sold it for money?
Yeah, probably.
Or something?
Something.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that was like a whole kerfuffle kind of thing. A lot of people were like, what the fuck?
I mean, big TVs back those days were very expensive.
They were.
I mean...
And we had a very nice one.
Yeah, these days TVs, like big screen TVs that about that size, are not that expensive.
Right, you can get one for like $500-600.
Right. But back then they were like maybe like $2-3 grand, something like that.
And it's smaller and lighter too.
Right.
Thank God that the TVs are now like flat screen.
Right.
Jesus, these motherfuckers back in the day, they were big and fucking bulky, and they were heavy as fuck.
Right.
Yeah, I always despised, helping people move a big screen TV back in, with them, especially with them old, like,
right,
tubes and everything they had in the shit.
Yeah, yep.
It just made the thing, like, I don't know, probably weigh like fucking, like, 200 fucking pounds and...
Right. Yeah, these days, a TV bigger than that, you're more worried about whether it'll fit in the car, other than whether you can hold it. Then you can carry it.
Yeah,
I mean, you can carry like an 80-inch TV nowadays, and it's not even that difficult. But can you fit it in the car?
That's true. And I only call that a bad experience because a lot of people were angry with a lot of people, and it at that point in time where it kind of like spiraled out of control.
Right.
And so I was just like, this has nothing to do with me, so
yeah,
I would just be like, I'm out, but I gotta unload all this shit.
Right.
It was one of those situations that you get thrown into that fucking suck.
Yeah. I get
you just gotta deal with. It's like, oh god. Anyway. The only other real situation or bad moving situation I'll say was
when you had to move things down 3 stories.
Well, no, I came up with the solution for that one. Open up the window, start chucking shit out, man.
Yeah.
Fuck it. You can't tell me that wasn't genius. Do you know how much time that takes?
Were you just throwing cushions out? I don't remember.
I was throwing everything that wouldn't break out.
Right, yeah, I got you.
Everything that wouldn't break.
The next time was
that should teach you to, not fucking ever live on a fucking, even on the first story. If I gotta go upstairs, I'm pissed.
Well, I generally speaking learned my lesson on that in the first place because if you ever lived on the 3rd story of something, like you gotta carry every time you go to the grocery store, anytime you gotta carry anything at all, you gotta go up 3 stories with this thing.
That's fair. I agree. Yeah. And on top of that, even if you just come home from work. Fuck, now I gotta walk up 3 flights of steps.
Right. Just to get home.
Son of a bitch.
And then, when you get to work, not that going down the stairs is too much. Now I'll probably come off lazy as fuck. But now you gotta go down 3 stories, right? You go 3 stories down to your car to go to work. You forget something. Fuck! You gotta go 3 stories back up.
Fuck! Yeah. I never even thought about that. Oh my god. What if How many times did you walk downstairs and be like, "Where are my keys?"
I normally have my keys. My keys are generally not a problem for me.
I don't know. You're terrible with losing shit.
Right. I mean, keeping stuff, but when I leave the house, first of all, you have to lock the door to the house with a key for the most part. I mean, that place you did, and my current house you do now.
Okay.
You have to have the key to lock the door, and then I always have like a D ring, so I can just hook it to my
what
pants.
ring?
It's a D ring.
A D ring.
Is it a D ring?
Is it called a Prince Albert?
Oh. Well, I'm not talking about cock rings. I'm talking about a D ring that you use for like climbing. This is basically.
I'm fairly certain that is actually called a carabiner.
Okay. Somewhere along the line I heard it was called a D ring, but it also might be also called a carabiner. But they're generally in the shape of a D. I've heard people call them D rings before.
Okay. Fair enough. There you go. You heard it here first. If you climb a mountain, you love the D ring.
Gotta have as much D's as you can when you're climbing mountains. You know what I mean? As many D's as you can handle.
Anyway, have you ever been involved with any ugly move out scenarios?
I mean, they're all ugly.
No, I mean maybe two significant others broke up and they were living together and they needed to separate.
I have not been involved with anything.
You haven't?
Before, no.
You sure?
That I remember. I mean, let's be honest. I have a shitty memory.
Okay. Well, what about like a family, a family, a family situation that were living together that needed to separate?
Are you trying to remind me of something?
I don't know. I can't remember if you were there or not.
I mean, I can't specifically remember two people arguing about stuff when you're moving out. I don't remember anything about that.
It wasn't arguing, but it was like just totally awkward.
I mean,
it was really awkward.
I've been in a lot of awkward situations, but not one that I can remember about moving.
Okay.
So if you want to talk about that one, we can talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much I want to get into it.
I mean, you don't have to use names or anything.
Yeah, but I mean, they'll probably know who we're talking about.
I mean, first of all, it's their fault they put you in that situation. It's not your fault that you were in that situation. They put you there.
I mean, I kind of do agree with that. All right, okay, yeah, now I feel better about it. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yes, okay, so there was a situation where, some people who were living together, who were related in a sense, who
it was basically the relationship or thereof is completed.
Yeah, completed?
Or done.
Yeah. I mean, it got
to some extent. But
right.
Were they arguing about specific items?
Oh, I mean, I mean, money was always a thing. I mean, right. That's what led to the separation of mindsets and everything.
I think that's a lot of relationships nowadays.
Yeah, about money. But either way, they were like, oh, just come help me move my stuff out of here. And it's like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
That's the one time. That's the one time I actually almost refused a friend.
Right.
Because I just really didn't want. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to deal with it. But at the same point in time, it's like, fuck it. All right, whatever. Let's go.
I think a lot of times, like, if I could advise people that are like breaking up or having the end of a relationship type thing and they're moving out, if I could advise them on that, I would say to have the property separated before you ask people to help you move. That way, That way it just goes smoother. There's no arguments.
Luckily in this situation, that kind of was already done.
Okay.
So
okay, I got you.
I will say that. That's the only thing. But it's still, at the same point in time, it was just always like, you know, especially when, you know, you're in the same, you know, circles and kind of friends with both parties.
Right.
That kind of just made it worse.
Right.
For me, anyway.
So were they both moving, or one person was moving?
They were both moving.
They were both moving. Okay. So you had to help them both? Were there's like two separate trucks where they were trying to put stuff in one truck and then stuff goes in a different truck?
I want to say it was kind of like that.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was just... I'm pretty sure you were there, too.
Maybe I was. I don't remember.
Either way, it was.
You'll have to tell me names off camera because I have no idea what we're talking about.
It was awkward. It was awkward as fuck. Like I said, I remember. The only thing I really remember from that entire day was I was just not happy. I was just not happy that I was there, kind of sense.
All right, hold on. Just whisper in my ear. That way the camera doesn't catch. I don't remember the second person. Oh no! Okay, now I knew. Now I understand. Okay. I don't remember being there.
I'm pretty sure you were there.
Maybe I was.
I'm pretty sure you rode with me. In fact.
Ah, fucking hell! You can see how bad my memory is. Maybe I'm just better at blocking out or not remembering bad things.
Granted, it was like 10 years ago,
right.
something like that. You know, whenever the fuck it was, but yeah, I mean, you can't tell me that wasn't like just an uncomfortable situation. It's fucked up. It was fucked up.
I am very good at ignoring
reality.
Yes, in many cases, I am very good at ignoring a lot of things, which is probably why I'm single in general. If you bring up some shit I don't want to hear about, I just generally don't hear it.
Fair enough. Do you have another moving story that you can think of? Have you ever helped me move?
You never asked for me to help you move. And also
that's because I'm a better friend than you.
the last time you moved, I wasn't even in the state, so I might not even been in the country.
Yeah. Okay, I mean that's fair, but
does that mean you wouldn't have? So if I was around and you had to move right now, would you ask me to help you move?
No, because all my rooms are empty. I got nothing to move.
What if you had to move the furniture out?
No, so with the house.
It all comes with the house. I'm not moving shit.
I'm not moving shit, dude. I am not. I refuse to partake in the process of moving shit. I mean, granted, I'll take my clothes. I will fill up my car. That's all I'm taking with me.
Everything you need can fit in your car.
Everything I need can fit in my car.
In one trip?
In one trip.
Are you sure?
I mean, at the moment, yes. At the moment, as soon as, some more of this, equipment comes through, that might be a different story. But, right as of this moment, right here, right now.
I can tell you my easiest move that I ever did.
Okay. Well,
the easiest move I ever did. Okay, so when I was in North Carolina, I was married. We split up, right? And so I had just recently basically moved. I moved in with a buddy of mine and paid him rent or whatever just for the room.
Fair enough.
So basically, I didn't even have what is it called? A bed frame. I didn't even have a bed frame. I just had a cushion on the floor.
Did you even have a box spring, or was it box spring and mattress, or just a mattress?
Just a mattress.
Just a mattress.
Just a mattress on the floor, a pillow, a blanket, and a laptop. And that's all I pretty much owned.
That's the perfect way to live life. Quit buying so much shit.
I literally had nothing. Just threw it in the back of a truck and took it that's when I moved back here. I didn't have stuff because it wasn't like a place of permanency. It was just I was getting out of the army soon.
Okay.
I only had maybe 4 or 5 months. I basically let her have pretty much everything because I wasn't going to take it with me.
Now, you can not answer this, but that's when you got divorced, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure if you said that or not.
Yeah, I don't remember I don't think I said that.
Okay.
But basically, we broke up. We divorced.
Went separate ways.
Went separate ways. None of this stuff because I knew at some point I was coming back here, so I wasn't going to be lugging. And not to mention that when I did move back here, I didn't really have. I was just moving back in with my parents, just if nothing else, temporarily. I didn't really have any plans, which was just basically my way of being stupid my whole life. Anyways.
Fair enough.
Anyways, at the very least, it was smart that I didn't have anything at all, so it was very easy for me to pick up and move from North Carolina back here to Maryland.
Okay, now looking back and reflecting on that particular move, does that instill any type of feeling as far as, God damn it, I should have always lived my life like this. I can just pick up and go wherever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want, and do whatever the fuck I want.
You can think that the less things that you own and the less responsibility that you have, it's always like a relief of pressure. It's just there's all you have to do is just basically keep yourself alive and do what it have to take to keep yourself entertained. It's a complete relief of pressure when you don't have any of those burdens. Some people call it burdens. Some people like to be burdened with certain things. Everybody's different. It's just like a complete relief of pressure when you don't have to. When you don't have the certain responsibilities.
Yeah.
And items.
Adhere to the responsibility.
Right.
Hence comes with. That's. Yeah. I don't know. I would actually venture to say that I believe that you would actually be. Not necessarily you specifically, but people in general would just be happier if they didn't worry about who has the most shit.
But there's always being pressured by media and by
or who has the coolest shit. That's what I'm saying. But
everybody
what
wants
I'm saying is I think that people will be happier if they didn't fucking give a fuck about that. They just went out and lived their lives and did whatever they wanted and whatever made them happy.
When you go out and buy something, it's just like a temporary injection of happiness.
Yeah, of like endorphins. And,
right.
And, I'm sure there's some sort of like.
But at the end of
chemistry, brain chemistry,
right,
that goes on there.
And quite frankly, I think I've, in general, overcome that need. Maybe I feel it with something else. I think everybody feels it with something. But some people is buying.
Right, but everyone's got to do something that makes them happy.
Right.
Let's be honest.
But I don't see how going to freaking Target, there's certain people that I know that would go to Target every single day and would have to buy something for a shirt or something like that. You don't really need a new shirt. Well, I don't know why you went to Target to get a new. You didn't go. You were just there to buy something. You didn't even know what you were going there to buy.
Well, at the same point in time, though, realistically, the way the world works nowadays, why wouldn't you just shop for that shirt on Amazon instead of actually Is that a physical thing of actually going out in public?
There's
And, you know, that's what they get their satisfaction from?
Right.
Or...
That's what I was going to say, is that some people don't like to leave their house. They like to be... They don't like to be around people. They'll just shop and stuff on Amazon. But then there's other people that just... They like to get out of the house. They like to
yeah,
move
now,
around.
yeah, believe me, if I didn't have to leave,
right,
I wouldn't. I just sit here all day and make YouTube videos.
There's
or Rumble
differences.
videos.
Everybody,
whatever kind of videos. That'd be my personal preference, but anyway.
Everybody's different. Everybody likes their own things.
What do you like to do?
Whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do. Sometimes I feel like walking out of the house, and then I just go to like. But I always have a plan. I always know what I'm leaving the house for.
What was your plan when you woke up this morning?
To come here and do this podcast. Mm-hmm. That's about it. I have a steak in the fridge. That's my plan.
Oh, you steak for later?
Yep, to make some steak. I have really no other plans for today. It's just to come here, do the podcast, eat a steak.
Eat a steak. To be honest, sounds like a good plan. I don't have any steak in the fridge, though.
Well, I mean, I could have brought a steak. Oh, you don't even have your grill hooked up still.
No. Actually, that I might work on that later. Okay. You know, I got the hose, I got the fittings, I got everything I need.
Well, you get it hooked up, and I got more steaks in the fridge. I can bring some more steaks next week.
I'll work on. I mean, you know, at the same point in time, it's finally getting to be decent weather. Mm-hmm. Oh, that reminds me that I had another nightmare moving story where it was like fucking snowing, like in the middle of January or some shit. I forget who I was helping and who do it, but I just remember it being snowing like a motherfucker, and it was a pain in the ass.
I can tell you that was a bad plan.
I don't believe that it was planned.
Okay.
That's, you know, another one of those.
A spur of the moment type things.
Yeah, it was like, hey, we gotta do this. Oh, no. I don't want to be involved.
Look out the window. You don't want to move.
You don't see that 6 inches of snow on the ground?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I can see that being an extreme hindrance to the moving process.
Yeah, actually, I literally just remembered that one like 3 minutes ago. Fuck. I've probably forgotten more, you know, situations that I've been in that I actually remember at this point in time.
Right.
I think my memory is shot.
I mean, mine is too. I mean, I'm always saying it. I don't remember a lot of stuff. I didn't remember.
I remember like small things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like small details of something, and that actually brings you back to remembering the bigger thing that I was involved in at that time.
See, here's my theory. I think that you, at some certain age, I'm going to say, I'm going to guess maybe around 20, 25. You always, from that point on, you always remember the same amount of stuff, except some stuff gets pushed out of your memory, and some new stuff gets put in your memory. But you always remember the same limited amount of information.
Yeah, you're going to have to expand on that because I'm not sure I comprehend what you're trying to say.
I mean, you only have a limited amount of memory.
Oh, so you're saying that the new stuff is replacing the old stuff, and it's kind of moving like a ticker kind of thing.
Right.
Okay. All right.
I mean, certain things you're gonna always remember more because it's either more important or it's more more shocking of a memory. Like I'm gonna say shocking is there's highs on how happy you were, and lows on how sad or angry you were. You're always going to remember those more because those are like the big moments in your life. But I think in general information moves out and it moves in.
I actually kind of disagree with that.
Okay.
I believe that I remember more stuff that happened when I was younger. Like, between the ages of, like, we'll say 15 and 30 at this point in time, right?
Okay.
Then I remember what happened yesterday.
I don't know. There's definitely probably some kind of psychology to it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not like nothing bad happened to me.
But those are like the building blocks of life.
I don't think it's
the
psychology.
I think
it's
when something is
physiology
newer to you, right? So you're experiencing new information, and it's more relevant to your life than things that are happening now. Because if the same thing were to happen to you now that happened to you when you were younger, it's a repeat. It's not as memorable because it's already happened to you before in the past.
I mean, it's probably fair. So, I mean, that was like a little bit of a side note tangent thing. So,
I'll be honest, this episode is about absolutely nothing in general.
Yeah.
This is just random thoughts and conversations.
This is where we're at our best.
So after this episode, you're either going to think we're dumber, or you're going to think we're smarter than we were before.
So just remember, if you think we're dumber or smarter, just remember to like, share.
Comment about how dumb or smart we are. Subscribe. Hit a bell button. Do something.
Do all that, yes. Drop any pertinent, relevant topics, comments, thoughts, opinions.
I prefer if you type with both hands instead of one.
What?
Nothing.
Down in the comments below. I have no fucking clue what that even means.
I'll tell you after that.
Fair enough. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, out there watching, episode 16, what will be episode 16 of the Bangcast. We talked about, well, we started talking about something, and then we started talking about moving, and then we started talking about other stuff. Sound about right?
This is the stuff episode.
We were just talking about shit.
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I am, of course, Gregor Guy, depending upon how you know me. Joined here by Casey, and everyone out there viewing, have a lovely day.